Blac Chyna held me hostage, and I'm pretty sure she was trying to sex traffic me. Right after I signed the NDA is when Chyna very intimidatingly said, "All the stories you read about me kidnapping people are true." I'm scared to be doing this right now, but if I bring awareness to this, it could save the next person from this trauma.
You won't believe the latest drama unfolding in the celebrity world. Blac Chyna, or as she's been calling herself lately, Angela White, has been exposed by none other than Megan Thee Stallion herself. If you thought the year was starting off quietly, think again, because Meg just dropped a bombshell that has people questioning everything we thought we knew about Chyna's so-called Christian transformation. The tea is piping hot, and honestly, it's enough to make anyone do a double take. Meg's got receipts too. Apparently, Chyna has been allegedly trafficking vulnerable girls, sending them off to Dubai to sleep with men in exchange for money. And that's just scratching the surface of the chaos. According to some of the women who've been speaking up, it's not just a one-off situation, it's a whole shady operation. And Blac Chyna has reportedly been at the center of it all. Not exactly the wholesome image she's been trying to sell after her supposed spiritual rebirth, right? It looks like Chyna's attempt to rewrite her narrative is more like a PR stunt gone wrong. And if that wasn't enough, one of her alleged victims, who's been trying to hold her accountable since 2022, is pushing harder than ever to make sure Chyna faces the consequences for her actions. This entire situation is spiraling, and it doesn't seem like it's going to calm down anytime soon. Now, here's the kicker. The accusations against Chyna go way beyond just shady behavior. Back in 2022, a TikTok user named AAL Police posted a shocking 2-minute video that had people questioning Chyna's entire persona. According to the video, Blac Chyna invited a woman named Ava over to her LA mansion at 4 a.m., claiming they were going to discuss a potential music collaboration. But when Ava got there, things took a weird turn, real quick. Instead of talking about music, Chyna allegedly pressured Ava into participating in some deeply unsettling activities with older men. And it wasn't long before Ava realized she wasn't in a safe environment. She says that Chyna kept asking her about her sexuality, and even suggested she'd be a good fit for this shady setup. Ava knew she had to get out of there, but it wasn't easy. Ava's account is chilling. She described being trapped in Chyna's house for hours.
Her out. Yes, she's crying.
Chyna.
Come on, Jen, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, and you're gonna stand outside.
No, we're not standing nowhere, we're leaving. You crazy? Nah, that's crazy. She's crying.
Don't do that extra shit, bro. Don't do that.
Whatever, my. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. Come on, baby. It's not your fault. It's not you. You didn't do this. She did this. I'm not going in there. Her. I wanted to kick the door in. You see that?
First of all, don't get up, man. I was very respectful.
Okay, cool.
Unable to leave because of the locked gates, and being gaslighted into staying until the morning. Chyna, allegedly, was so drunk that she couldn't even make coherent conversation, and to top it off, Ava was pressured to sign an NDA before she could even think about leaving. The whole thing was strange, disturbing, and far from the normal experience anyone should have when meeting up with someone, let alone a public figure like Chyna. And let's not forget about the creepy details Ava shared about Chyna trying on her shoes, making uncomfortable comments, and attempting to control her every move. It's beyond messed up. The worst part? Ava felt so trapped that she couldn't even charge her phone when it died, and Chyna's response to the situation was chillingly cold. But don't think for a second that Ava's backing down. In fact, she's been pushing forward with a legal battle to make sure Chyna is held accountable. She's presented text messages and other evidence to support her claims, even submitting them to authorities in hopes of making the truth known. According to Ava, Chyna has a pattern of targeting young girls who have a presence on social media, which makes it even harder for these victims to be believed when they come forward. Ava isn't the only one who's come forward either. Several other women have shared similar stories, adding even more weight to these claims. One woman even shared her experience, saying that she was recruited at a nightclub by Chyna and invited to meet up. Chyna allegedly used Instagram DMs to target vulnerable women, calling them pretty and offering them opportunities for what sounded like work or collaboration, only for them to be faced with much darker situations. As more and more women share their accounts, the pattern becomes clearer. Chyna is accused of manipulating vulnerable girls, luring them into dangerous situations, and then trying to discredit them if they speak up. It's all very calculated, and it makes you wonder just how many others have been affected by her alleged actions. When Ava took to TikTok to speak out, she made a point to highlight how Chyna and others like her target women with questionable reputations, knowing that they'll be dismissed if they report what happened to them. Ava's not just fighting for herself, she's fighting for all the other women who might still be too scared to come forward. The most jaw-dropping part of this whole saga: Megan Thee Stallion, yes, Meg herself, decided to chime in on the situation. After Ava posted her videos on TikTok, Meg hopped in the comments section with a few emojis and gave Ava a shout-out. Now, that's not something anyone saw coming.